The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman here on this Wednesday, the 10th of September, and we're looking at the Dow down 90 at 45,625. It missed the 45,770 last week all-time high, yesterday by 4 or 5 points, and today it did it again. The high was 45,731, and it is down 81, and it's that rotation through the different sectors. And this is going to be really interesting. One of the reasons why I spend so much time with subscribers, especially with my videos, the Friday afternoon videos, that it almost like webinars, I made them so intense that I was looking at specific areas, and I wanted to exclude areas that said, we could see a comeback at some point. I wanted what was working and working now. I don't know if that's going to continue. I have no clue as to that part of it. I have a suspicion, but at the same time, the portfolio that we've built is active. It is live every day. It's been very, very. There's been something or a couple of things that have worked well. We've got all-time highs. Even as we're speaking right now, we've got all-time highs or multi-year highs. And I'm saying to myself, can that last? I don't know if it's going to last or not, but that's what we're trying to do, and it's been working so far. Let me just run this. Let me just do this again. So here we've got the Dow. Down 60, it's coming back a little bit. You've got the S&P all-time high at 6554.59, up 41. You've got the QQQ all-time high at 583.00, up 247. IWM, not at an all-time high, doing very nicely, though. It is up $1.34, trying to get to the recent high of 239.68. But will it get to the 244 double top from 2021? All the way down to 161, then back to 244.98 in November of 2025, 4 years later, and then a sharp move down to the 170s, and now coming back to 238. Hey, 6 points, it's nothing, 6 points. It should do that in September. We should see an all-time high for that third time. We'll see. Okay, meantime, that's the IWM. Look at the SMHs, the semiconductors. Semiconductor trading up sharply, up 257 at 300.43, 302.98 is the August the 13th all-time high. That will start 302.99, starts a leg D in the weekly chart. Looks absolutely fantastic. Oracle, as I said before, Oracle is up 40%. 39.68% at 337.09. 95 points up. Absolutely fantastic. Now, what I need to do is this, as I'm going to go to, I want to see the questions coming in. So this is, peaky. This is leg C in the weekly chart of the QQQ. And as I said, 1 penny above, here we go. 1 penny above the 583.42 high of the 13th of August, start your leg C. Now you put in leg C starts. Oh, wait a minute, did we do that? 583.77. We have just started leg D in the daily chart of the QQQ, leg C. Good eye. Leg C in the weekly chart, that is fantastic. All right, let's continue, because what we want to look at here is, want to get the picture, look at GDX. GDX is doing so nicely. It's in leg D. It's extended this leg D for about 4 sessions at 68.36, up $1.51. It's taken out the 66.98 high of September 2011. I would say that's 14 years ago to the month, and it's taken it out. That is incredible action. Look at silver. So our gold position is still doing really well. silver position is doing well. We actually have core mining as the proxy for our silver. We're waiting for, so the high today is 1489. Very good action, but 1941, I think that, I don't know if we're going to get to 1941. It's going to have, I think, a decent pullback before we get there. That's the high of 2016, but it has gone to the all the other highs that we've been talking about as targets to the upside. That's that particular instrument. Now, I do want to get to, just real quickly, I want to do the U.S. bonds. The U.S. bonds are up. No, now they're unchanged at 117 and 4/30 seconds, and the TBT, which is the inversion of the Lehman 20-year Treasury bond fund, is down at the lows, most recent lows, not the lows, but most recent lows over the last, since the April low. This is the next lowest low at 34.00, 3.4%. So that means yields at this point. Remember, I was asked a question about a week ago, do I think that yields are coming down? And I said, it's not what I think. The market itself is suggesting that it is considering lower yields, or at least in the near term. That's what it's anticipating, and that continues right here. Next thing I want to look at, let's see, there's a little question. Basil, do we see the IWM hitting your target high before a bigger pullback? I'm not sure if I'm getting a break coming up here. Yes, so let me just do that because it's a really pertinent question. IWM. The IWM right now is up 93 cents. As I'm looking at it right now, we have to get into next week. What happens if the Fed just says, there are a couple of pieces of data that just don't fit, so we can say we're expecting lower yields, but, and they put a but in there, and whoops, things change. All I can say is I'm looking at it right now. There is nothing inherently wrong with all the technicals that I'm looking at. Stochastic on the IWM is at 88% in the daily. MACD is pulling back a little bit. It's still strong. Relative strength is good. 9 is over the 14. 14 is way over the 9. 9 is over the 14. The price is way over the 9. The weekly chart is still doing very nice. I'm liking everything I see, so that I can only answer you from the chart, and the chart is suggesting that this move right now, as long as it doesn't take out 234 on a closing basis between now and tomorrow a week, Thursday, that is Thursday a week, I think it's doing very nicely. I've got this is just my gut feeling right now, that it's going to fail just under 244. And like 241, it's just going to suddenly stall and look like it can't make it, but then it's going to have one pop that goes there. And then I think you need to be just a little careful. So the answer is, for everything I'm looking at, suggests that it's just a couple of points that should get there over the next week. And that's all I can say. I'm not the market. I'm only the person who does the MRI or the X-ray, and the best I can do is the best I can do. And that's the way it's looking right now. If it fails by Friday, if it's pulled back to 234, it says, it might take a little longer. But I know what you're saying. Should I hold and should I keep going? At this point, I'd say just hold. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, we're back and we're looking at, now we can go to the nitty-gritties that I want to look at. Look at this. So the IWM is rallying. It's up $1.08. I'm watching this closely. Let me just do this. I just want to show you. This is what I would normally do. I'd outline the long wick right there. And I'd just say, okay, watch this closely. It needs to get above 240. I'd say 240.25. And needs to actually close there today. I really think that. I don't want to see it close in the 236s. I want to see it up in the 237s. All right. So now we've got the 10-20 time frame. Here we go. We haven't got there. Got 2 minutes to go. But now a new bunch of players coming to the market. The opening crowd had their say a peak F in the 1 minute chart. It's still stuck in the big rectangle of the 5 minute chart, and the same thing with the 10 minute chart. But it's holding very well so far. So I'm just watching. It's kind of, right now it's a little tough. You're going to have to wait I think you'd have to wait about 5 minutes to say exactly where is the trend going to go, because it's attempting to find some support again. All right, let's get back to our story, and I wanted to explain something. Look, when you're looking at a General Electric, holding really well up today, up 3.42, 279.66. In this range, 284.41 all-time high. I could draw a rectangle here as well. Once you get to these rectangles, it says that unless you break out decisively to the top, you kind of come back. And that's just saying that from this big move today, I need to see what the close is, because otherwise we're just stuck in a range. The best of the best are still going to do very well. So yeah, I wanted to show you GE, which has been one of the best. This is deep cyclical stock, GE Aerospace. I couldn't get much more deeper in the cyclical venue than that. I wanted to go to the Tiger chat because I know there were some questions coming in. Basil, you look at the monthly candle. Does that look like leg A? If so, then could be very bullish. Okay, let me do that. Well, I want to go to some of the questions now. I've got many others that I want to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is you. Yeah, this is, I've got this as a leg A. It is really bullish. And Energy Fuels Inc., uranium. Fortunately, we've got some others that have done really well, but we're out of our UEC. Every year we've had uranium, this one for the big move up, we did not have it anymore. UEC, uranium energy, look at that. That one I've called, I've called this the low right here from the 2023 low back at about the $2 level. So I'm calling this a C. Now, why would they be different? Uranium energy, leg C, and the UUU, 1, 2, 3, 4, UUUU. This is Energy Fuels Inc. is only in an A because this one was making lower lows and lower lows and lower lows and lower highs. And now this is a stupendous move to the upside, all in one swoop at 13.05, down 3 cents. And look, this is that rectangle formation that I look at all the time. Look at this. There it is, which turns into a cup formation. I've got it right there. Looking at that, there's your U. Going right back, took out the left side high, and it can't be an H. There's never an H, so this has to be considered an A right there as well. So that's G/A, that's A. That cannot be an H, it has to be a B, and the daily chart says this is starting to look really good, and that's now brand new buy mode. Wow, isn't that something, huh? Uranium energy starting to move, and I get a feeling this is all pertaining to what's going to happen next with Russia. This is my feeling right now. That's the reason why I'm thinking that this move at this particular moment, maybe it's not interest rates. Maybe we're going into next week and there's a conflagration of maybe the rates are going down. That means things are not that good. All right, that's another way to look at it. And therefore, that'll help some areas. Let's just see what Toll Brothers is doing. Toll Brothers is pulling back. So, yeah, but it could be that we start to look at crude oil pushing higher. At this point, I put CL. This is Clorox. No, you want at CL. That's crude oil. Yeah, look at that. Crude oil is building a base that says, unless it takes out 61 on a closing basis, it could be starting to move that goes right back to the 64s, just in this natural sequence of flipping above and below the 200-period exponential moving average. All right, so I'm just throwing this out because, as I say, we've got some really fabulous positions, even the new ones that we just bought a couple of days ago. I mean, one of them is up just today, up 6% alone, and the other one is up 2%. That was really important that, it's actually, that's 2% today, but altogether it's even more. Yeah, so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, okay. Don't get carried away. This doesn't happen every day, this kind of move. So let me get, so answer is U, leg A in the monthly chart, leg E in the weekly chart, and only a leg B in the daily. I hope that helps you. Most importantly, that whole area between 11, it's at 1308 right now. The whole area between, I would put it at 1197 to 1150. Is going to be it should be very strong support. It has to be. Okay, next though, next question came in. Over here. Just let me do this before I forget. The FXI has broken to the upside. I said it was stuck in a range. It had made a peak D, but the 9-period moving average was still very strong. The MACD was weak. Now it's strong again. Stochastic was weak. Now it's back at 76%. And the price has spiked higher. It is in a leg A, B, E/B in the daily chart. Good technicals, E/B. And we've got a leg E in the weekly chart, and the leg D target was 39.78. It's taken that out. Today's high is 40.10. And now we can say that the next target will be at 30, right there. So this little cluster formation right here will be 42.20. Okay, one step at a time. And still leg D in the monthly chart. Spang. There we go. Spring. Did I just XPEV? XP. I just did that wrong. I know I did. Yeah, XPeng designs, develops, manufactures smart EVs. That had a peak D in the 25 area, just under 25. It's dropped sharply. It's stuck. And what I've been saying is that BYD, DF. Bid company, limited, 8 shares, Chinese EVs and batteries, still stuck in the low range in the 13s. It's going to be tough. So Tesla is the only one that really shows it constantly has a story. You've got to have a story in this business. And somehow or other, you've always got a story with Tesla. If Tesla, and this is very nice because this is G/B, and if Tesla goes 1 penny, it makes it so clear that if it goes 1 penny above 358.44, goes to 0.45, that becomes a new leg C, and it'll tackle this trend line that I drew in some time ago. This is the Chapman Wave inside track. Let me do that before the music finishes. Inside track repellent zone. There you are. Okay. So we'll be back. The Dow is down 77. S&P's up 40. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
right, folks, we're back. The Dow is down 114. S&P is up 36. This is very choppy right now, and that's why I was saying to subscribers that we've got, hopefully, our positions do very nicely between yesterday and today, because if we start to pull back here, we've got to be a little careful. So let me just do this for a moment here. See how we're stuck in this range? Here in the 10-minute chart and in the, let me just draw the rectangle. This would be the large rectangle. What I like to do is to say, you got a large rectangle, but try to find the halfway marker. Look, it went to the halfway marker in an inverted Chapman wave green Roman candle, but this is not yet working. It should have gone by now. It should be on its way towards the 65. I think that's the high today, and it's not doing that. It's just stuck in this range, and it's in the same, of course, the same range in the 5-minute chart, but I'm watching this closely. So far, there's nothing wrong. It's just that, wow, we certainly got a little overbought there. Now, what I need to do is this. I need to get back. So the question, Basil Wolf, I have a position, how to handle, sell somewhat. You know, I looked at this. I looked at the WOLF. WOLF is, Wolf Speed. I always put it in, then I lose it for some reason. This is the same rectangle that we were looking at with this upside down right here, that pattern. And look at the big spike yesterday and a big pullback today. That's WOLF. And that is called Wolf Speed Inc. But WULF is the question that you had, also in the single digits. That other one was at 2. No, this is now popped to 1076. Yeah, TerraWolf Inc. operates industrial scale data centers, Bitcoin, and high performance computing. I like this very much. I like this area. Remember, we went into Irene. I'm calling it Irene. IREN for exactly the same reason. IREN Limited, Iris Energy Limited, formerly Iris Energy, next generation data centers. This is really important. Energy, GPUs. Look at this, all-time high. As we speak, we're in at 22, and here it is at 32 in just a very short period of time. We got in back in August 26, I think it was. Yeah, 26. I mean, there's nothing, right? So I like this very much. It's a lower-priced one in the same area. Not 100%, but kind of the same area. I like it very much. So your question was how to handle, sell some here. Wow. This is an area that has legs. Not only does it have legs in the Chapman wave being in leg F right now, but it has legs in the sense, look, this came out, the IPO month back in 2022, or maybe it was December 2021 or January 2022, went to 36 immediately from the teens, 15s or so. And then it just dropped, and all the way to the single digits, even lower than 2. And look what happened. It's now on its way up. So I'm going to suggest this, Peaky. Why don't you do this? If you want to take something off, then in your mind, I would like to get back that position that you had. So take a little bit off here at 1077 and have 2 ways of putting it back. One is any pullback towards the 925 area, so that's $1 something. That's a good percentage. I'd put back at least 2/3 of it, and then I'd have 1/3 just lying there in the 8s. Somewhere in the 8s. If it goes even lower than that, that's really where I want. Why? Because this is in the right area. It's in the right, it's not just in the right area, but it's in the right niche of the area. I like it very much. It's at a recovery high, not an all-time high, recovery high. It's not, I prefer the one that we have, only in that everything that I've done the research on suggests that this has a much greater longer term, I want to use this is, I purposefully use this word, to generate upside energy. All right, so that's just what I'm looking at. But this one has a big kicker because the price is much, much lower. That's all. It's 1/3 lower. So I like it. And now what I would do, this is the way I would do it. You remember the rectangle formation? If it goes from the low, sharp low, and it starts to make higher highs, as long as it doesn't test that low and makes higher highs, then it should go to a leg D just under, right on, or just above the previous high. This is Wolf we're looking at, WLF, and it's trading at $10.93, up 63 cents. The further away it goes from the high that was made on the 18th of August at 1071, it's only a little bit higher, but the further away it goes, the greater the chances are that it's producing a different kind of a pattern, because what it's doing is it's creating a higher level of support. That support now is between 984 and 927. So as it stands right now, I'm answering your question to say just a little bit off. I tend to do that when we've got positions that have just done really well, especially when it's initially, as you get them, if they do well, I take a little bit off just to give us the feeling that we're in control of whatever it is. And we did that today with a nice gain, but it went even higher, this particular instrument. Can't complain. That's what you want to see. So I'm just saying, yes, if you haven't taken anything off, take a little bit off, and then the split position is a pullback of about a point. You want to add it back, a good part of it, and then just leave something lying there at about $8 and something silly, some $8.47, and that'll be the next level that you add to it, and the rest you just hold. That means that your core position is down from 1090 where it is now down to 8. That's 8 something. That would be like a $2 pullback. That's a 18% pullback, but that's how you have to treat this. Okay, I hope that helps you. A GTM, whoops, that squeaked in there, GTM, because there was something else that came up first. GTM is Zoom Info Technologies, a leg F right now. This one is a little different. You see the rectangle that I could draw in the weekly chart here? And you see the way, oops, yeah, there it is. I'm not taking it to the low, I'm taking it to this low right here. You see this rectangle? The 9-period moving average is strongly over the 14. Look at the MACD, very strong, 9 over the 14. But look at the relative strength. It's not really participating as it should. The stochastic's not participating at all. It's at 66%. The on-balance volume is very good. I'm just going to suggest that this Zoom Info Technologies, GTM is the symbol, up 47 cents. At 1103, I think it's stuck, a little bit more stuck in the rectangle formation, and you can see it in the weekly chart. So all I'm going to say is that this one has a little different. The momentum keeps building and then stalling, building and stalling, but overall it's got good momentum. We've got a break coming up. I'll do a little work in the break. Dow's down 174, S&P's up 31. Interesting session. I'll be back in a moment.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
We're back. I believe we're back. Yep, there we are. We're back. So just to finish up with GTM, which is Zoom Info Technologies, it does go-to-market intelligence platform, data sales, recruits professionals. Yeah, this rectangle is the one that says to me, and a reason why I quickly went back and did the notation going up to the previous peak right there, peak G, is I wanted to see the pullback. Each time it does, it has a big pullback, and then it bulls a base, and then it goes higher. So yes, I like it. I think it's going to go to 1168 sometime in September, 1168 and higher. But right now, I believe that this is kind of stuck just for the moment. It's at the extensive move of this particular phase, and it might pull back into the 1080s, 1070s. It's at 1111 right now. I'll be wrong, pleasantly wrong and surprised if this particular move by Friday tags the 1160s or higher. And today's high is 1131. Doesn't sound like much. Let me just double check on the number. 1151. Okay, that was the high that was made around about 28th of August. It looks fabulous, and it's building another base. It keeps doing that. So the monthly chart, it could hurt your eyes. It's so bad. The weekly chart has improved a lot, and the daily chart looks pretty good, and it's at the upper end of the range. Okay, I hope that helps you. Oh, wait, I didn't tell you. Yes, I did. I'll do it again. Key support is in the 1065 to 1035 area. That's the key support on the shorter term. All right, next question came in. Eyeing the process being rounding bottom. Yeah, on the left side, 5 years. Let's just do one thing at a time. Give me a yell when this is trading for a couple of days in the $11.50 area or higher. Why? Because the history of this is that it pops once over the big wall on the left, and then it comes back in and it takes a long time to digest the gain before moving higher. But that doesn't mean to say it breaks down. It just means it takes a little while. Okay, next question came in. Let's see. Okay. WM. Yeah, okay. So I just need to check. Okay, so I need to do this very quickly because a couple of questions came in overnight, and I haven't had a chance even to look at them. So the first question was Robinhood. What's going on with Robinhood? Well, you remember, it was a Friday afternoon. While I was doing my video, I didn't even know that it was mentioned as going into the S&P 500. So today went to an all-time high. It's trading at 123.12. And I've got this. Let me explain what I'm looking at. I've got this as a leg A, but I cannot rule out that this low of 93.36 that was made on the 1st of August was peak A. I put A, then I put a G, but I think this could in fact turn into a B. And remember, the whole thing about the Chapman wave methodology, it's the waveform that never sleeps, meaning that always go back to check, because all we do is we're trying to apply a process to something that has no idea about that process, right? It doesn't know about the Chapman wave, right? But look what happened. So this didn't take out the left side low of 93.36. It stopped at 95. So this could be a continuation pattern if this becomes the real low. In fact, I have no choice but to put it in because, okay, so I'm going to treat it as if it's the real low. Therefore, this becomes G/B. There's never an H. Makes it easy. This becomes a C. Maybe a brand new A. It doesn't matter. C is still very positive. And a leg D, I have a Fibonacci expansion that takes it to 129.52. So I wanted to talk about this because this was the question that came up a few days ago, and I completely forgot about it until the very second. Within the context of, let me just do this. I've spoken about this for years, not years, but decades, that my impression always has been that stocks that go to the 95 area very quickly go to 105 or 106, right in that middle 100, between 100 and 110. And then they take a little while. Usually it's shorter than the initial move from the 95 to 105, but it takes a while. And then it goes to 100, and I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. I said, and then they go to 124. Today it just went to 123.43. And this is like all in one swoop, right? So all I'm saying is that, yes, this is Robinhood is doing fabulously, all-time high as we speak. I love this action. I love the fact that it gapped, and I spoke about the gap the other day. I mentioned the gap that it needs to hold above there. It can't go back. It mustn't tag the bottom, otherwise it's going to stall. But if it closes above, 2 out of 3 sessions above the initial spike high, that's this one right here. And remember, we have some position at 16s. Look, this is at 123.04 right now. But that candle had a high of 117.30 and a low of 110. So we went into the middle, it held, and it closed at the high yesterday, and today it's even higher. So this says to me, Robinhood could very well turn into, once they go into the 100, what I had said was, once they go into the 124 area, then the whole area of the 90s, 98 to 92, is invariably very strong support. And if you look, this is just in my memory, so I obviously I'm selectively memorizing things here, but if you look at the history, there are times when it doesn't go back to the double digits for a very long time. And that's all I wanted to say. Does that apply to Robinhood? It has up until now. I don't know if it's going to continue. So I like it very much. So I did that. And now another thing that I wanted to talk about is within the context of, I had a question, should I talk about it today? Yes. So Bank of America, the question is, per your newsletter, I've been in it forever. What do I do now? Is this a double top? You had spoken about 50.11 as your target. That was from February of 2022. We just did that over the past 2 weeks. We've been hanging out in the 50s area. What should I do? So this is what I'm going to suggest. I'm looking at stocks like a SoFi. I'm looking at stocks that are in more the electronic stuff. SoFi Technologies, online banking, financial solutions, had a high that was made soon after the IPO that was at about 28.26 in February of 2021. 28.26 to 2021. Yeah. And what it's done is this week it went right through it. It's trading today. The high was 26.85. No, it hasn't gone through the 28s. Let me just go back here. Sorry, I need to open this up. Well, we've got a break coming up. That's fine. So this is my left side, right side price time match right there for SoFi Technologies. I've done all the work, but we don't have it. I'll talk about it when we return.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, we're back. So look at the rectangle that's formed in the 10-minute chart. Remember, these rectangles are potent. When I did my webinar on them, the narrow rectangle and the large rectangle, wow, I've repeated them over and over. Every time I talk about it, I refer back to those rectangle webinar. It's mentioned many times in other webinars, but one particular one was the large and the narrow rectangle. Look, so here it is. It's telling you there's resistance in here. Look how it's like a sine wave going over the 9 and 14 period moving average, then under, then over and under. I think that we might end the day quite a bit weaker than we started. And that's the way I'm looking at it, and we're preparing for that. But in the meantime, back at the ranch, what I need to show you here is in SoFi, this is another rectangle right there. So it's telling me that there's a good chance over the next week or so that SoFi could get back into the 20, is it 26 right now? It could go down towards the 24s, maybe even the 23s. or maybe more importantly, does it take out 25 as support? It's at 26.09 right now. But then if it does, it's telling you it's in this rectangle formation, it's digesting gains. And that's really important. So I'm just saying the reason why I brought this up is there are a couple in this area that are in the online banking financial solutions. This also has student loans. But I'm thinking now about Bank of America. I think it's the old-fashioned, it's the old fuddy-duddies. Yes, Bank of America has the part that I consider to be very important, and that is the brokerage part of it. But at the same time, so that's the Merrill side. I'm not sure it's enough right now. It's not enough to compete with some of these others, like a Robinhood or an IBK or these others. So right now I'm saying it's achieved everything. It's only in leg C in the monthly chart. It still should go to a D, but maybe we're going to do something where we take a little bit more and we actually put some into a lower price electronic banking one. Oh, that's the end of the show. It is? Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Check out my opening call. As I say, we've been really lucky. We've got some very nice positions. And, it's worth looking at. Have a great day. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes. I'll be back tomorrow.